BB851, turn right, heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
A common concern many people have when it comes to the industry is getting to fly on their favourite aircraft, or simply taking off specific jets. With the Airbus A380 being one for many, the outbreak of COVID-19 has sent them into an early retirement and has cast their immediate future in some doubt, especially making it more difficult to find a route to fly the A380 on if you haven't had the opportunity yet. Last week, reports emerged from sources close to the matter that Emirates were looking at retiring up to 46 of their currently 115 Airbus A380s in their fleet today. However, Tim Clark has provided more clarity on this rumour, and he's dismissed this, saying the rumour surrounding the retirement of these 46 is completely wrong. The drop-off in travel demand has seen very few Airbus A380s in the air, with at one point a China Southern A380 on approach into London being the only one in the skies on the entire planet. In an interview with the Financial Times, though, Sir Tim Clark, the airline's president, denied the rumours, as I mentioned, that they were retiring these jets. The interview can indeed be found below in the source area of the description. However, he went on to say, "At the moment, I've got 115 sitting there. We've always known that up until that point in time, in 2022, there are going to be a number that will have to go into long-term storage. We're not getting rid of any of them, apart from I think 3 that are coming out, and 9 777s that were scheduled to come out this year. So it's important to note that while 3 indeed will be removed, this was actually already part of their retirement plan. But it says a lot, considering the A380s with Emirates on the grand scheme of things are still relatively new to their fleet. Especially when we take a look at, say, the 757 and 767, which are my go-to examples with some American carriers that have indeed been in service for up to 20 years, even more in some cases. This is the concern of many, though, that Emirates will be pulling the plug on close to half of their Airbus A380 fleet, which would actually result in the total number of A380s flying after this pandemic is over incredibly low. What's worth noting is Tim Clark did not deny the idea of removing the vast majority of their remaining A380s to be delivered from their actual backlog. Emirates is set to only welcome on a further 8, but could look to cut that down by 5 to simply 3, given the drop-offs in demand. However, moving back to the A380s it currently has, Tim Clark also went on to say the A380s would remain mostly grounded through to 2022, with only then the outlook looking good enough to have them all flying. While Emirates is flying aircraft, their current fleet outlook as per planespotters.net is actually quite staggering, especially to see just how many A380s have been grounded in their fleet. They are indeed still flying the majority of their 777 fleet, including those freighters to help with important and crucial cargo transportation of personal protective equipment and a whole lot more. The decision for Emirates to relaunch all of its Airbus A380 fleet, given how big it is and just how low travel demand currently is what many would label ambitious. However, around the world, people are already starting to book holidays in the future again, with some trips and flights being booked for the coming months. With time still uncertain, at the end of the day, we are indeed humans, and while COVID-19 has been a major blip, life will indeed eventually return to normal. That also goes for the aviation industry. However long it takes, it will indeed return. Maybe a little bit different, with some aircraft missing, and sadly some airlines not still with us, but it will return and people will continue to fly. If you have any thoughts though on Emirates wanting to keep all of their Airbus A380s in their fleet and sticking to their original retirement plan that will see 3 depart this year and in the coming years more go, but on a scheduled basis, let me know down below. As always, thanks very much for the continued support and I will see you all next time.